Good evening, good evening to your viewers as well. I hope you're hearing me. I'm competing with the rain and this N95 mask.
Yes, sir.
Um,
We can
so
hear you.
we're almost wrapping up day one of the national recount at the Chung Conference Center. Uh, by my count, and as I'm presently advised, we have concluded 22 boxes. 22 boxes. Yeah, I see you grabbing a pen there quickly. 22 boxes. I'm unable to give you a breakdown of the regions right now, um, because I'm still awaiting my statement of recount. Um, that being said, it was a slow process. There were some logistic issue and security issues and so on this morning, which made us get off the late start. But that being said, the process was not as quick and efficient as I thought it would and should be. But uh, I'm hoping that we make better progress tomorrow.
Great. So, Commissioner, thank you for that information. One of our viewers has a quick question for you. Are the SOPs of any use in this process?
For the purposes of comparison, yes, but the official SOPs from the process have not been released by GECOM. So what you see is happening, and I've seen it very frequently on social media today. As soon as these statements of recounts are generated, uh, they are compared online to statements of poll that are already in the possession of the public. And in almost all of the cases that I saw them public posted, comparatively, there has been no change revealed as a consequence of the recount process.
Leonard?
What I would want to ask the commissioner, and welcome again, Commissioner Sase Gunraj, is what are some of the takeaways from today? Obviously, things didn't go as smooth as we wanted, as smoothly as we wanted. What are some of the takeaways from today, the first day of counting?
I didn't hear the question. I didn't hear the question properly, Lenore.
Let me repeat that. What are some of the takeaways from today, the first day of counting? Are you happy? What are some of the positives? What are some of the negatives?
I still am not hearing you well.
What?
If am I hearing you to say that what are some of the issues that we had today?
Yes, what he's saying what are some of the learning, what are some of the takeaways from today that would make tomorrow better?
Well, first of all, we have to start earlier tomorrow morning in terms of the logistics and security and sweeping of the building by the police, etc. Um, outside of that, I believe that persons persons who are missing today, there was a lot of heating issues, uh, some issues that were eventually resolved. I hope what we try to do today is to identify all of those issues and have them documented so that when they arise tomorrow or in the future, there isn't the need to uh, relitigate them, if I can so describe it. But what instead we will do is to just have them refer to our previous decisions on them.
And so you would say, other than the slow counting, you would say that you're satisfied with what would have transpired today.
I'm not 100% satisfied because, like I said, I believe it could have been much more efficient and timely. But but for that and some of the other smaller issues, I was asked earlier on what rate I give it, and I would say a 5 out of 10. I'm hoping that that rating improves to a 10 out of 10 by the time we are done in a timely manner.
So 22 boxes. What was the projection for today that they had wanted to finish for today?
Major issue that I have a difficulty with is that even though a decision was taken to tabulate all of the boxes that were counted today, or at the time of decision there were 13, uh, 13 statements of recount ready, but only 5 made their way to the tabulation center, which was, I believe, less than efficient and less than acceptable. But like I said, we're hoping that all of these issues get changed tomorrow and we can make some steady progress.
Right. So, Commissioner, as you know, and I'm sure you would look at some of it with a little bit of chagrin. But as you know, there have been lots of rumors and lots of things starting up, and but we cannot hide from the fact that some of the persons have come out to say that dead persons voted. What's your comment to that?
As far as I'm aware, those are issues that I've seen reference made to in social media, but none of those issues have been officially brought to the attention of the commission. You will always find people out there trying to grandstand uh, and people who are trying to denigrate the process. If you have fundamental issues with the process, go right ahead. But each of the 2339 polling stations throughout this country had at least an agent from the People's Progressive Party and from the Partnership for National Unity. And if either of those persons allow the person who was not entitled to vote, then the onus is on them, right? But like I said, I don't even want to dilate on that issue because it's not something that has been officially brought to the attention of the commission for its deliberation.
Right. Commissioner, just quickly then, I know you must be very, very tired and you have a long day ahead tomorrow. So just quickly, a little bit about the Region 1 snafu with regards to those books that's left with the RO.
I don't see it as a problem. It should not be a problem. Uh, it highlights the inefficiency of the training, perhaps, that GECOM officials had. But this is not restricted to Region One. I understand that in several instances the poll books are not available, but that's not an issue. What is necessary here is a recount of the ballots cast in election. That is the primary function here, right? So the poll books, etc., are only of superficial value, right? And their absence or presence does not affect the count.
Right. Well said. And I think I support Leonard, you were saying.
Yes, I just have one quick question for the commissioner there. I want to ask you, based on the statement of polls that you guys have in your hands, and what you would have seen, the results of today, are there any big differences?
No, but that is what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying, Leonard. Earlier on, I have not been able. I've been here all day. I have my statements of the in my hand. But what I've had so far, I've seen on social media that lots of comparison was made between the results from March 2nd and the results of the recount. And there is no material difference in those that have been published.
Right. Yes, indeed. I must repeat and echo what Commissioner is saying there to our viewers and listeners, because it is true. What we have seen is that there are no material differences between the SOPs that would have been declared by some of the political parties and the SORs, the count that has taken place today. Commissioner, in closing, any final words from you, sir? Because I know you need to go have some bite to eat and have a warm bath, hopefully.
Not at this time, Yo. Thank you for having me. And like I undertook in the past, and I will repeat that undertaking, I will make myself available to give you an update as is convenient.
Thank you, sir. And have a great night.
Thank you very much
Thank
for
you,
that.
you too. And for your viewers, good night as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.